Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Christopher Titus.
People, thank you. Hey, everyone. Thank you. You guys doing? Thanks. Thank you. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, God. So it seems that because of every syndrome and disorder we've invented in the last 20 years, the Los Angeles Times reported that 63% of American families are now considered dysfunctional. My God. That means we're the majority. We're normal. It's the people that had the mommy and the daddy and the brother and the sister, little white picket fence. Those people are the freaks, man. My parents' divorce settlement involved a bar tab. They had a big court battle over who got to keep me. Mom won. She made me live with Dad. And Dad collected things for me, stepmothers. Until I was 10, I thought women were rent-to-own. I've got 5 stepmothers. My dad's been approved for a marriage license gold card. I now pronounce you man and wife. Sign there, bottom copy's yours. My father, a hard-drinking man from the 70s. We actually have no pictures of my dad where he is not holding a beer. Weddings, funerals, water skiing, parent-teacher conference. When I got sick around him as a kid growing up, he'd always warm me up a shot of 100-proof whiskey. Never got sick. That I can remember. If I had a cough, boom, shot of whiskey. Got out of hand, though. One day I woke up in a field on my big wheel, naked. Strange Pampers on my head. First grade show and tell. Taught the class to mix Long Island iced teas. From scratch. I love being from a screwed-up family, man. We have everything in my family. Prescription drug abuse, mental illness. One of my uncles is a Mormon. And people get so weird about mental illness. It's like anything else. You follow the rules. You don't put a heart patient on a roller coaster. You don't put a mental patient on a hunting trip with you. My mom's insane. Of course, I don't mean my mom is insane. I mean, we, the jury, find the defendant. When I was a kid, she was in a mental care facility, or as Dad so eloquently put it, she's shacked up in the wacko basket. Sleep well, boy! Actually, it comforts me to know that when I was in kindergarten gluing macaroni to paper plates, my mom was in therapy gluing macaroni to paper plates. I used to put her projects on the refrigerator. You better lighten the fuck up, because we're going a lot further than that tonight. You know, little kids can't draw. They draw you a picture. You have to guess what the hell the picture is. My mother had so many Rorschach tests by the time I was 3. She knew exactly what I drew every single time. Well, honey, tree, ducky, bunny, train, and those are the aliens that planted the microchip in my head. You want to feel it? No. That's a pretty good call, Mom. I was going for doggy, but okay. But I want you to know I love my mom and I owe her everything, because without her, I don't exist. Without her, I wouldn't be doing this for a living. Without her, in 4 states, it'd still be legal to kill a man with a cappuccino machine. She touched a lot of lives. Diagnosed manic depressive schizophrenic. Actually pretty cool as a kid, because I never really knew who was coming to dinner. But I was pretty sure they were going to be bummed out. Used to piss my teachers off, and my permission slips had different signatures on them. Okay, Mr. Smartass, why don't you stand up? Who's this one supposed to be? It's my mom. Call her. But let me listen. I bet my lunch money she's Wheezy Jefferson today. I love being from a screwed up family because nothing bothers me anymore. Nothing bugs me. Once you've driven a drunk father to mom's parole hearing, what else is there? Bring it on! Normal people scare the living shit out of me. Because normal people haven't had enough problems in their life nor to handle problems when they come up. Something little happens, they just snaps. Toilet backed up. Is there no God? Oh, I'm getting a pickaxe and I'm going to Burger King. Look at every serial killer we ever caught in this country. Catch a serial killer, get his family on television. What does the family say? He was so normal. He was an Eagle Scout. His neighbors, yeah, he was really quiet. That boy always said hi to me, though. So if you guys got a neighbor being real cool, always saying hi, take him out. That's him. Love screwed up people, though. I hang out with screwed up people forever. Screwed up people are great because screwed up people have been through some stuff. They know what can happen. They know the problems. Because if you've been through a lot of shit in your life, you know every time you see the shit just about to hit the fan, you step to the side of the fan. That's right. And all the poor little normal people. Hey, you learned something, didn't you? You got something right here. Glad I was raised by my father instead of my mom, too. Because women in general suck at raising kids. That's right, I said it. Who wants some? Come on. Here's what I mean, ladies. You see a kid putting a penny in a light socket, what do? Oh, my God, stop it, and you smack that little hand. Well, there. Well, when that kid's 5, getting smacked in the hand is no big deal anymore. Fathers see the exact same child putting a penny in a light socket and go, no, wait. Shh. Well, go on. Well, you're not going to do that again, are you? Yeah. Yeah. No, I know it hurt. It shot your ass about 8 feet. I saw. Come on, get up. Yes, your eyebrows will grow back. Come on. See, a mother will just give you knowledge. A father makes you earn knowledge. My dad never taught me dick my whole life. Just go do it. You screw it up, but sooner or later you'll get it right. Just go do it. Yeah, certain things that method should not be applied to, though, like your first brake job. My first car was a 1977 Oldsmobile Delta 88. Ugly car. More ugly on this car than a Rolling Stones group photo. And it was huge car to optional roof rack helicopter pad. Fill it with gas, back out of the driveway, fill it up again. And one day the brakes started making this high-pitched grinding noise, and I was 16, so I listened to the noise for about 10 weeks. I finally said, Dad, man, the car's making like a noise. Well, then you should, fix it. So I back the ass end of the car into the garage, but I leave the front wheels on our 22-degree slope driveway, and I jack up the ass end. Yes, I'm about to get a lesson in gravity, aren't I? And I know my father was in the living room window going, wait. So I'm under the car trying to make it stop better when I notice it start to go, and my butt cheeks, thinking quickly, walked me out from under it. And 3 tons of vehicle went shh on the garage floor. Now, I ended up on the other side of the car. My dad couldn't see me, but he came running out of the house. Chris! Oh, my God, Chris! And I thought, I probably should tell him I'm okay. But that little thing in my brain said, no, wait. Dad. Oh, God.
God, get it off me.
He went, you ain't dead, get it off yourself. And don't forget to put my goddamn tools away. And quit being a wussy. Oh yeah, I heard that every day of my life. Quit being a wussy. My dad didn't mean it like a lot of parents mean it. Your kid hits his head on the coffee table, quit being a wussy. My father meant if I got my arm ripped off by a combine in a cornfield, my father would find the arm, get some duct tape, strap the arm back on. All right, go play. Quit being a wussy. Thank you, Father. I'm so much better now. Never more wussy shall I be. I can still try it for the soccer team. Although not goalie. I'm glad I was raised by Dad for other reasons. You can learn stuff from a father as a son you can never learn from Mom. Special things, important things, like never challenge Dad to a fist fight. Because fighting Dad's not a fight. Fighting Dad is, hi, you've just instigated your own mugging. Come on down. Guys, what is it about that last post-pubescent burst of male hormones? Because one day you're fine with your dad. Next day you wake up, you're like 16, look across the room, and all you can think is... oh, what does he do, man? Look at him. Just sitting there, couch growing out the back of his head. Oh, I bet I could kick his ass. Thought my dad was lazy. Turns out he was just resting up. Yeah, we had been having one of those real deep, philosophical father-son arguments. Ones that always ended, I did not lose your crescent wrench. You're such a dickwad. We got louder and louder. My stepmom jumped between us. Hey, both of you. No clinching, no hitting below the belt. Go. And then I decided to cross that man-boy line. Got right in my dad's face. Look! By the way, great way to fight. Arms down, face presented. Yeah! You know what? I'm tired of your crap. I got some moves now, huh? I'm not 7 anymore, am I? Come on, me and you, old man. Except I only got out old. Awoke to an EKG machine beeping. Dad standing over me. Not gonna do that again, are you? You want to fight like a man, you better start drinking like one. Quit being a wiggy! Of course, then, here's the weird part, is after I fought my dad, all of a sudden we're buddies now. Like, he's my friend now, we start hanging out. But we're still the same people, so we'd go out on Sunday, you know, just be hanging out, then he'd, like, pick a guy, and we'd just go beat the crap out of that guy as a team. Memories, huh? Kicked ass at the father-son picnic, too. We didn't win the blue ribbon, but... we have it in our possession. I was a bad kid. I deserved the fight, though. Bad kid. Cops in my neighborhood knew me. Cops in my neighborhood had my dad on speed dial. Mr. Titus, yeah, do you have a federal mailbox in your living room? No, we figured. Just leave the boy out front. We'll be by. And I wasn't an evil kid. I just put a lot of pranks that happened to be felonies. Anybody look back on their high school career and just shudder at the crap you got away with and didn't die? I remember going up Highway 1, Northern California, the coast highway. It goes like this. We're over 100 miles an hour in Dwayne Olson's 69 Mustang Mach 1 428 Cobra Jet. And we are high. High. I could no longer hold my body upright. High. And Beastie Boys' License to Ill is playing at a soothing 1,000,005 decibels. Yeah. Yeah. A bunch of California white boys singing No Sleep Till Brooklyn. Yeah, we rock. I got the rear seat of the car. This is pathetic. I got the rear seat of the car laid down flat. I'm laying on my back looking out the window at the sky, just tripping on the sky going by. And you have those moments of clarity when you're screwing up your life. I hear myself say out loud to my friends, guys, man, there's a cloud up there that looks like an evil mouse snow skiing, man. And they were so high they pulled over, got out to look at it. Yearbook voted me most likely to be scraped from an off-ramp by a puking fireman. Because I was a kid in school whose friends would give him extra alcohol just to see what he was going to change into. If we were driving around on a Saturday night, someone noticed a hotel roof within 50 feet of the hotel pool, they would just stop the car. Hey, Titus, can you make that? Two more beers. I finally stopped drinking when I hit 17 years old. Yes, hey, imagine the fuck up I must have been. Stopped drinking because it's not really good for your health, and I fell into a bonfire. Yeah, you're done drinking then. You don't need AA. Falling into a bonfire is a one-step program. Big, huge beach party, middle of the night, whole school's there, you know. Party's winding down, everybody's paired up except for loser moi. And we're burning a telephone pole. I don't know where we got a telephone pole. I do know it's pretty high up there on the drunk theft scale, though. And I'm walking around the bonfire, I get my feet caught in this blanket, and I fall in, and as I fall in, I'm so drunk, I actually think, who the hell brings a blanket to the beach? And the flames are now right here. And I am aware, that's close to my face. Then I see my hands on this burning ember, and I exclaim, ah! And Scott Carnathan gets up out of nowhere and does a full-speed running, jumping, drunk Jackie Chan leap flip thing over me in the fire, grabs me, throws me into the sand, although my palms stayed right on the log. Then my drunk friends proceed to stomp me out. Hey, man, you all right? Dude, get his hair, get his hair. Dude! I'm not laughing at you, man. But you are wasted. Hey, sleep it off, man. You gotta drive to Taco Bell. So by now the whole school has gathered around me because they've seen the steam rising from the beach. And I'm gonna be the story to tell on Monday. You didn't believe Titus did, man. And they know I need medical attention, but it's way too early to end this party. Tony! Dude, man, oh, man, go to the ice chest and get Titus a cold beer for each hand. Great, now they're performing drunk triage on me. They take the offending blanket, put it over me, and just leave me there. During the night, my hands were just burning up, so I just put them in the nice cold sand, you know? Then I walked out and put them in the nice, soothing salt water. I pass out at shore level, waves lap against my head till morning. 6 a.m. in the morning. My friends wake me up and take me to this emergency center near the beach in Santa Cruz. Emergency center. It was like an emergency shed. There was a doctor, a weed whacker, and a fucking rake. And my friends don't want to be involved with this dumbass thing that I did, or the story at all. So before they let me go in to get medical attention, they stop me in the parking lot. Titus, dude, look, man, shut up, I'm telling him. Look, man, we talked about it, and here's what happened. You're a homeless guy, and we found you on the beach. Okay. I'm a 17-year-old burned-up homeless boy with new Nikes wearing an alligator shirt. Okay. So I go in, and the doctor's pissed off. I'm not the first dumbass teenager he's met in his life, and I got like 12 beers in me from the night before. This man decides to shoot me full of painkiller. Yeah, nothing like that Demerol Budweiser cocktail to start the day. I was in this phase where everybody looked like a lizard for a while. Then there was like this Stanley Kubrick, Charlie Brown cartoon, man, because everybody was spinning and going, la, 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 la. And the doctor finally goes, "What happened to you?" "Well, oh reptilian one, I fell into the bonfire." So when you fell in, son, did you breathe in or did you scream? I screamed. What would you do? And instantly the dude's right in my face. He's right here. He's got my chin in his fist, and he goes, "Good! Because if you'd have breathed in, son, guess what? The hot air and the flames would have collapsed your lungs, and you would have died." Well, now you look like Jesus. And Jesus, you need a Tic Tac. Then the man takes out the stiffest brush I have ever seen in my entire life. Don't puss out on me now. And this green soap, which I don't think it was soap, I think it was a piece of lava rock spray painted green with barnacles and glass stuck to it. And I have so much painkiller in me, I don't get to feel, but I get to see and hear. It's gonna hurt tomorrow, huh? He bandages my hands, leaves the room, comes back 10 minutes later, said, "I called your father." He said, "Get your ass home, quit being a wussy," and hung up. So my Carolyn, Lynn, Pat, fifth stepmother came to get me. And this is the worst trouble I'd been into up to this point in my life. I wasn't even supposed to be out. I was always grounded. I went 60 miles to the beach, snuck out my window. So on the way home, my dad didn't even know I was gone until he got a phone call from the doctor. So on the way home, I'm so freaked out and drugged up. In the car, I start leaving notes for other relatives. "I'm not in military school. Look for the body." Ken Titus is the killer. And we pull up in front of the house, and my stepmom, you know, really helpful. "You and your dad have a nice talk. I have something to do away." I'm on the curb by myself. I got these big white boxing glove bandaged hands on. Sand has been rammed into every orifice from lying on the beach all night. My hair is east. And I'm high. And the front door opens. And my father had turned into the burning bush. But I was so pathetic looking, he couldn't hit me. I had gone one step beyond getting my ass kicked. Yes, he still snapped. He opens the door and he goes, "Ah!" "Oh, you mother, oh! Oh! Whales must have been off the coast. What the hell is that noise? You hear that? And as I walked past him, his head just kept getting bigger and redder. I'm thinking, oh God, if he has a stroke, I'm not grounded. Because I always got grounded. Not locked in a room grounded. Might actually take a battery cable and ground me to an engine block. Always got the drunk driving lecture too. Every weekend I get the drunk driving lecture. Probably because I fell into a bonfire. Of course, my dad drank and drove all the time. Maybe it wasn't a lecture, you know. Maybe it was helpful tips from the master. Comes to drinking and driving. My dad's Obi-Wan Kenobi. He busted me once for drinking and driving. Woke up 6 a.m. Saturday morning, about 2 months into my senior year, just hungover, just hammered. I wake up to my father standing over me, wearing a robe, holding a beer. Hey! Won't you get up and explain to me how come the car is parked at such an odd angle? On the porch. Across the street. He then decided to pull my driver's license for 6 months of my senior year. Yeah. Nothing screams prom night more than helping that date down off the handlebars, huh? Woohoo! Ching, ching! Party! Hold up, guys. My tuxedo's caught in the chain. And I hated him for that, because he always had beer in the car, man. Since I was a kid, he had beer in the car. For 30 years, my father had beer in the car, sometimes on tap. But then I found out that there is a God, and karma does work, because Memorial Day a while back, my father had a starring role at a drunk driving checkpoint. Ha 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 ha. I saw it, I wasn't there, but our local TV news crew happened to be. It was Memorial Day, whole family's at the house. Everybody, aunts, uncles, we're all waiting for my father to come home and start barbecuing chicken. Where the hell's Dad? We're watching the 4 o'clock news. My father pulls in behind the reporter out on location live at the checkpoint. Here's my family. No one said, "Oh my God, we've got to help Father." My little brother Dave gets him and goes, "Give me a tape! Titus, give me a tape! Give me a tape! I need a tape!" I have my dad getting busted on high-quality stereophonic VHS. For a while, every Christmas reunion, I just rented a big screen TV. And at dinner, when he got some wine in him, started in on me. Because, by the way, everybody has a relative somewhere that remembers the worst story about you, the one you never once said, and will retell that story at every family gathering until they die. That's my dad. "How's it going, Christopher?" "Mr. Smart-Ass Comedian." Comedian. You know what I'm trying to say, goddammit? What? Shut up! I'm talking to my son! I mean, Merry Christmas, Grandma. Everybody, hey, everybody, hey, everybody, hey, everybody, hey. Hey, everybody, hey. Hey, everybody, hey. Hey. Look at my boy, huh? When he's a kid, he's a screw-up. Please, nobody build any bonfires after dinner. And the first year after he got busted, I took it. Second year, I waited 20 minutes, said, "Grandma, hit the lights, let's go to the video." "Okay. Everybody, meet me in the living room, get a piece of pie, you're gonna like this." Is everybody here? Okay, excellent, good. Okay, here we see Dad weaving into the checkpoint. 2 wheels on the sidewalk. "Dad, you think that might cost you?" Another cops want Dad to step from the vehicle. He opens a door, and the nice officers help him right back to his feet. Oh, now he's attempting to touch your nose test. Let's stop it right here. "Hey, Dad, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to put the beer down first." "And touch your own nose." "Hey, has anybody else seen a cop that pissed off?" "Oh, Dad, do those sticks hurt?" Yeah, I'm never letting that story slide, man. We don't have home movies in my family. It's People's Exhibit A. And don't get the wrong impression. My dad, great man. Really, great man. So sober, he's a saint. Drunk, Satan. And it was weird because we didn't get deprived as kids. I mean, we'd go do stuff. We'd go water skiing. Daddy goes, come on, kids, it's morning. Let's go water skiing. Woohoo! And then we go water skiing all morning. And then about noon, or beer o'clock. Yeah, that joke never stopped being funny for 20 fucking years. He would just start slamming them down. And it was weird because he's got the same problem with alcohol I have. His personality just flips. And like, he would just change. And I was 5 when it started happening. I had no idea what the hell was wrong with him. I just thought he had an alter ego. You know, like he was a superhero. The most negative superhero on the planet. Anti-dad. Wherever there is hope, I will stop it. Where self-esteem rears its shiny head, I will be there to kick it in the testicles. Hey, Dad, I got a B on my report card. But it's not an A, is it, son? And now that the smile has left your face, I'm off. Hey, Dad, I graduated high school. Graduated high school, huh? Well, you didn't come close to valedictorian, did you, loser? When your confidence returns, so will I. Hey, Dad, I got my first job. First job, huh? Well, you ain't manager yet, are you, fry boy? Hey, Dad, guess what? I finally made manager. Manager, huh? Well, a real man would own his own business. Now leave me alone. I'm off to destroy your brother. Hey, Dad, guess what? A couple years ago, I started my own business called Deranged Entertainment. We produce shows for national television, and I made more money per week last year than you made all fucking year. What do you think about that? Huh? I think without me pushing you, boy, you never would have made it. And that shit got canceled, didn't it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't mess with Anti-Dad, man. My father never missed a drink in his life. Or a joint, or a party, or a chance to get laid. He also never missed a day of work, or a house payment, or a car payment. I never went hungry, although he did a couple of times, so I wouldn't. Yeah, this is a man who survived 4 heart attacks. A doctor revoked his organ donor card. Issued him a hazardous waste decal. Well, he actually had 3 heart attacks in a heart episode. Because his last heart attack, he was with an HMO. Yes. Yes. And it seems that if they write down heart attack, they have to admit you. But if they write down heart episode, they can give you Robitussin and send your ass home. Dad finally had a defibrillator implanted in his body. You know, clear! He had a little one right here. Ironically, the size and shape of a cigarette pack, which used to crack me the fuck up, man. Because he smoked for 40 years. Now he's got a permanent little square right here. Hey, Dad, you got a cigarette? Yeah, hold up. Is that funny, you little son of a bitch? And this thing, if my dad's heart went below a certain beat or above a certain beat, it would zap him. So you could be mid-sentence with my father. He'd just go, nah! Dad, you okay? Hey, shot your ass about 8 feet, didn't it? Yeah. Not gonna do that again, are ya? My dad also survived 5 divorces, and the women he married cleaned his ass out every time. I used to think my dad got divorced because he wanted new furniture. At one point in my life, all we had left was a wooden box, 12-inch black and white TV, and a 4-man rubber raft for a couch. And yet, I was the coolest kid in 3rd grade. Mom, can we have a sleepover at Christopher Titus's house? They have a raft in the living room. We can just row to breakfast in the morning. I can actually be Captain Crunch. And you want to know the weird part about growing up like that? None of my dad's normal friends would come over to the house. They'd always, like, pull me aside out of earshot from Dad and say the same thing. How's it going, little guy? You doing okay? Your dad's pretty screwed up, huh? How do you handle all the problems?
I didn't realize I had any problems till you fucking brought it up. Hey, you're standing behind the fan.
My mother is crazy. Also 180 IQ, concert pianist, spoke 4 languages, and qualified for Miss California in the 60s. You know how God balances most of us good and evil right about there? Mom was way the hell out here, man. Thanksgiving kicked ass. Thanksgiving was her time. Thanksgiving, man, she gave everybody that turkey high. You have that big meal of turkey, get done, sit in front of the TV. This is going to be a great game. Next time you wake up, you're covered in your own drool, and one of the nephews has stuffed a Hot Wheel track up your right nostril while you're sleeping. She's amazing. 12 different homemade candies, little pilgrim cookies with amaretto chocolate suits and hats. Women just stopped coming over on Thanksgiving because they were tired of getting shown up. I'm not going. No! No, the bitch is crazy and her stuffing kicks my ass. I'm not going. To one of Mom's turkeys, people wake up New Year's. Did you guys have the turkey? I can't feel my legs. See, I believe life is about balance. My mom, brilliant, but manipulative. Beautiful, but more voices in her head than the Wu-Tang Clan. Loves her kids, killed her last husband. I say last husband because you don't get another one after that. Yeah. They take you out of the husband wish book at that point. Because it's a hard personal ad to get answered. Wanted, loving, caring man who can take a bullet. Now, we all have a relative somewhere. When you get a phone call at 3 a.m. from the police about them, it doesn't really surprise you. Bet it's not your mom. 6 a.m. day after Thanksgiving, while back the phone rings. By the way, 6 a.m., not a really great time for me. You know, I'm a comic. I got to work at 2. 6 a.m., I'm a little grumpy. 6 a.m., I'm a little P.O. 6 a.m., I'm like a vampire with a paper route. So I pick up the phone. Hello? Voice says, hello, Mr. Titus. This is Iris Stevenson. And? Well, sir, I'm your mother's lawyer. And? Well, sir, your mom's in prison. And? Well, sir, she's killed her husband. Oh. Okay, that's a new one. Mom had moved to Idaho, married this hardcore, redneck oil rig worker. My mom was one of these women. My mom had this innate ability. Whatever town my mother moved to, the second she walked into town, she would instantly attract the alpha loser of that town. This guy was not a good guy. This guy was half O.J. Simpson and half O.J. Simpson. Scott Peterson sprinkles on the top. Little side of Robert Blake, you know, not a good guy. And on Thanksgiving Day, Mom had one of her turkeys on the table at 4:15. Well, this man thought it should hit the table at 4 o'clock. So he picked it up, threw it across the room. So my mom countered with a boiling pot of potatoes. As was her right. I looked it up in the domestic violence desk reference. Now, at this point, man's from turkey, mom's from potatoes. In a normal family, someone might have stood up and went, Thanksgiving food fight? Oh, God bless us, everyone. But in this case, this man got up, beat the crap out of my mom and crushed her face in. Yeah, so she went upstairs, got a gun, came down and shot him 3 times, because she didn't want him to do that again. Yeah. And years later, my sister told me, as the guy was lying there gut shut, she turned to Mom and said, Mom, should I call an ambulance? And my mom looked at the guy and went, no, wait. She went to trial, got acquitted, and got the guy's $100,000 life insurance policy. Yes. She was insane, not crazy. You want to hear the funniest part of that story? When my mom, shoots and kills a man. When they moved to Idaho, the guy had 2 acres of land, and he was wanted to take my mom out and taught her how to shoot. Ha ha! What a dumbass! Here's a tip for you guys. If you're going to beat her, don't teach her to fire the weapon. You ain't holding it right. Just needed a little incentive. Now, most young men, when they get out on their own, will try to find a woman kind of like the one that married dear old dad. But in my case, I did the same fucking thing, man. Oh, God, I got out on my own and just started hacking my way through this briar patch of psycho bitches. My God. My last girlfriend, case number 246-B, was a nut. Our last fight was because she thought I was watching the Doublemint Twins commercial too intently. Snap, man, eyes went jackal yellow, started speaking Latin backwards. Himoleha. Came out of it like an hour later, said this to me, I'm sorry. I have a sugar imbalance. No, diabetes is a sugar imbalance. You are an estrogen Molotov cocktail. Yeah, I wish I'd said that. I'm gonna spend a night in jail because of that woman. But they don't let you stay in jail just because you're afraid of your girlfriend. Man, I still got to see her every year at the annual restraining order renewal breakfast. See, she had a little quirk, a little glit. We'd get in an argument, I would present my side of the argument. Her retort would invariably be to punch me in the face. 'Twas a sugar imbalance. I started carrying Twix in a holster. There's 2 for you, none for me. And the weird part is, this girl had, you know how people have a build to anger? She had no build to anger. Like, so you're fighting with someone, they're getting really pissed, man. I should only piss them off a little more, then I better stop. You know? She had none of that, man. She had 2 speeds. I love you and a... And the only hint I ever got she was about to snap was a second before she would snap, the room would smell like ozone. Her and I had a fight Christmas Eve watching Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, where I ended up calling the cops. Yeah, that earns me a white trash black belt. Oh, man, the thing is, we didn't fight about Rudolph. We were just, we were at my dad's house. We're halfway through Rudolph. We're snuggled. We got a blanket on us, an Afghan, for God's sakes. Ironically, the most peaceful of all blankets. So we're watching Rudolph, you know, Hermie's gonna be a dentist, I'm stoked, and all of a sudden, she goes, "What kind of loser watches this crap?" I said, "Hey, Twix." Punch me in the face. So, I picked up her $200 Ferragamo shoes, went to the front door, opened it, winged them across the street. Yeah, because I knew they'd get her ass out of the house. She was that kind of woman, man. Chase a designer label like a fat guy after a velour jogging suit. But I'm so afraid of her the second she leaves, I start locking doors and windows like I'm Anne Frank. Then I sit down to watch Rudolph, God damn it. When all of a sudden there arose such a clatter. I sprang from the couch to see what was the matter. I went to the window, tore open the blinds, and there was my girlfriend, quite out of her mind. And I'm just standing there, heart pounding with fear. She's banging on the glass door with a vodka bottle. Filled just about to here. And I knew the window couldn't take it, and she screamed, "Open the door, you bastard! I'll fucking break it!" Well, I couldn't let her do that. 'Twas my father's place. So I cracked the door, and she punched me in the face. So I summoned my manhood from bottom to top, and I screamed like a little girl, "I'm calling the cops!" So I go down 911, she grabs her stuff and bails. Now, by the way, she was a 5-foot, 100-pound Jewish girl, and I still haven't forgiven the Jewish people. But the cops show up, and I get to explain how this 5-foot, 100-pound girl has been beating the crap out of me. They're taking down my statement like I'm a drunk UFO abductee. Yeah, ooh, yeah. Oh, ooh, wow. And I'm just sounding stupider and stupider. I mean, I know she's this big. She's got a hook you wouldn't believe, dude. She just fight. It's like fighting a gopher on crank, dude. She just gets in on you. Yeah, we believe you, Mr. Titus. I think we're going to get Mulder and Scully in on this one. Yeah. I mean, they're not doing anything because Fox canceled them, too. Cops leave, phone rings, it's her. She goes, "I took your father's camera and all his lenses. You don't come to my house right now, you're never gonna see that camera again." I just want to break up with this bitch, now it's a hostage situation. About that time, my dad comes home from a Christmas party. "How you doing, Christopher?" "I'd like you to meet your new possible mommy." I tell my dad what name, he goes, "Screw it! You didn't need that witch anyways." I said, "Dad, she took your camera." "Well, you best apologize to the young lady then." So I went over to her house, and she apologized to me, wearing the camera, red 4-inch stiletto heels, and nothing else. So I moved in with her. I'm behind the fan, but the booty is good. Well, I moved in with her, you know, 'cause people aren't all bad. She didn't have, you know, she wasn't all bad. She had some good things. She had the one good thing, you know. Like, you know, at the time I was dating her, I was a struggling comedian, and, you know, and no matter how hard I struggled, she always just really had that well-paying job. I was a man-ho for a couple of months there. And look, she was moving to Los Angeles, you know, and I thought, oh, I'll go with her, you know. We get to L.A., and I got to tell you, man, the relationship, once the geography changed, my God, it was a fucking nightmare! Except for one day. In 3 months, we had one good day. Kind of day where the sun shone a little brighter, birds sang a little sweeter, and I didn't get punched in the face before 6 p.m. We got him. Remember that day with somebody went to Malibu Beach all day. It was just great, man. There was no blanket, no sand on the blanket. Music was kicking. Everything was perfect, man. And I get home, and I'm just feeling good about myself. I look in the mirror, and I realize, hey, I'm 6'2", I'm blonde, I'm tan, I'm wearing white pants. I'm a very pretty man. So I decided to build this bookcase. We bought this really, really nice particle board and plastic wood grain decal bookcase. I start building it, I get done, I put my books in it, first edition books, Stephen King, but first editions, don't judge. And I get done, and all of a sudden, she goes, "What are you doing?" It's a bookcase. That's a book. She goes, "Where the hell are my books?" Well, she had a 180 IQ. Oh, wait a minute, Mom had a 180 IQ. Oh, God. She was working for a computer company at the time, big computer company, which I can't say because they will sue me. And I said, "Hon, all you got is those tech manuals. No one's want to come over the house, grab an interesting and amusing tech manual, and start flipping through the hilarious tech manual." She goes, "That's because your friends are too fucking stupid to read my books." Wham! And cracks me in the face. I said, "Hey, not all my friends are that stupid. That's it. I'm out of here." I grab my clothes out of the closet. She rips them out of my hand, stomps on it, cracks me again. I said, "I'm calling the cops." I go down 911. She reaches over me, hangs up, cracks me again. Ugh. I down 911. She reaches over me, hangs up, cracks me again. Ugh. So I grab the front of her shirt and I hold her at bay, whatever the hell that means. 911. Hello? Hi, this is Christopher Titus. Look, there's a domestic... just let me talk to Rick. Hey, man, what's up? Yes, she's doing it again. All right, I'll see you in a minute. I hang up the phone, let her go. Wham! She cracks me again. Now, I don't think a man should ever hit a woman until the 5th time she's cracked him in the face. Because I smacked her, open-handed, and I regret it, because it wasn't as hard as I could have, man. She goes, "Ah!" "You hit me." To which I reply, "Ah!" And like a real man, locked myself in the bathroom. Now, cops show up 10 minutes later. I come out of the bathroom. She goes, "This son of a bitch hit me." I said, "She hit me first," which didn't work in 3rd grade, not going to work on the LAPD. And they cuff me, because there's a domestic violence law now, and it's a great law. What used to happen was cops would show up, break up a guy and girl. "Hey, whoa, hey, whoa, hey, whoa, hey, whoa, hey, whoa, hey, whoa, hey. Now, you guys work this out. We don't want to have to come back." And then they'd have to come back because those two had worked it out, but the loser was dead. So they cuff me. She realizes how serious it's getting. Goes, "Officers, officers, officers, officers." Ooh. I have a sugar imbalance. And I just made it up. He didn't really hit me. And the cops go to uncuff me. I said, "Man, I hit her. I swear I hit her. I know my rights." I'll wait for you guys in the car. They take me to prison. I'm 6'2", I'm blonde, I'm tan, I'm wearing white pants. And I realized I'm a very pretty man. So I made some new friends. And I made bail. And I broke up with her. Because I don't take any shit. Oh, man. Had to move back to my father's house after that. Ugh. There's a proud day in a young man's life. Because at 17, I moved out like a badass. I'm on my own now. M-A-N. Read it! Yeah, I don't need you anymore, Dad. I mean, Ken. I take a good look at that, man, because that's the last time you're ever going to see me. 4 years later. Daddy! My key doesn't work in the door anymore. I have laundry. I'm out of ramen noodles. Well, couldn't hack it in the real world, could you, boy? I'd offer you something to eat, but you seem to be choking on your pride right now. Tell you what, though. Daddy loves you, and he's going to let you move back home, but Ken's kind of pissed, and you're paying $400 a week rent. But sometimes when life is sucking, the best things happen. I actually met the girl who's going to be my wife. And we had actually gone to high school together, but at that time, she was in the hot-looking babes group. And I was in the outcast losers who fell into a bonfire group. Very exclusive group. And she had just ended an abusive relationship, and I had just ended an abusive relationship. Now, both of us, God, just wanted a relationship where we could make somebody else fucking pay. Except we couldn't fight. Because we've been through so much crap with other people, the fight had started, we both just go, don't hit me! Please don't hit me! Which helped us, because we survived like 6 months, man. And then I decided to move back to Los Angeles, take her with me, except she had never been away from her parents before. So I took her from the womb to Los Angeles. City of drive-bys, riots, fires, floods, earthquakes, and producers. And she would just cry every night. And I would hold her, hey, come on, hey, quit being a wussy! But I understood it was tough, so I hung around, you know, until she totally had the city wired. And then on the 4th day, I had to go make a damn living. So I'd call her every night from the road. How you doing, baby? Doing okay? No, you bastard! I got shot at Hoy's Walk-In Chinese food. You suck. You're an asshole casserole. I never want to see you. Clink. And she would break up with me. And I'd call her back, and I'd talk her down for like 15 hours. She'd be cool for like 3 nanoseconds. And then she'd break up with me again. And this went on day after day after day. And I don't think a man should ever break up with a woman this upset till the 53rd time she's broken up with him. Because I finally said, is that the way you want it? I heard you say yes. Is that the way you want it? You better be careful with those yeses. Fine! And I was so upset that I went to drown my sorrows in a 19-year-old waitress. I know. Ladies, be clear. We're broken up. I don't want to see you anymore. Means something to us. And we don't have the 3-day eat cookies and cry period that you ladies have. We have a 5-minute, I'm going to find a girl who looks just like you. I'm going to fuck her just to prove I don't need you, period. And we'll feel bad while we're doing it, too. I miss her so much. But... I'm not saying we're right, I'm saying we're stupid. So I was with that girl 3 days. On the 3rd day, I get her into bed, she starts to cry. I'm like a mental illness magnet at this point in my life. So I literally jump out of bed, head to my next gig in Florida. When I get to Florida, there's a box waiting for me, this big, of cookies and cards and cologne and flowers and love letters and poems from my girlfriend. Excuse me, ex-girlfriend. She broke up with me. But I spent a couple hours and I read her beautiful words, and I started to realize that I owned her ass. And I get home, and for like 4 days, I'm a pimp, man. I always say, hon, could you give me some grapes? You know, could you peel them? Could you scratch my foot? It's sexy when you crawl. Oh, yeah. End of the 4th day, I come home from the store, though, and her mood has changed considerably. She's sitting in the middle of the living room, has a phone. The best I can describe, the phone felt like it was aimed at my head. And she says 2 words. Who's Tiffany? I had it. I was like, hey, she's farm blank, farm man. You broke up with me. Man, I've never been so stone cold busted in my life, man. You're a loser, you're a slut, you're a liar, your dad is right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And I couldn't say anything. End of the 4th day, though, we move to the next stage of making up where I have to prove I love her every 3 seconds. Honey, I need some water. I'm on it. I need a tissue. Got it. I'd like you to punch yourself in the temple as hard as you can. Left or right side. Because I love you. That night, the phone rings. Don't move. Hello? Yeah, is Aaron there? Who's this? Hey, man, why don't you shut the fuck up and not worry who this is? Let me speak to Aaron. Well, before I shut the fuck up, I gotta tell her who it is. All right. Tell her it's Randy. She knows who it is. Hold, please. Honey! Pumpkin! Randy! And my wife, who's about as devious as Don Knotts on sodium pentothal, grabs the phone out of my hand, looks at the phone, looks at me, and goes, slam! And I said, aha! Who's Randy? And we fight for 4 more days, except now I'm a contender. Slut! Loser! Whore! Yeah, well, Randy's the bodybuilder. Oh, yeah? Well, Tiffany is a waitress. Yeah, well, Randy made love to me on a table so hard, and I never orgasmed like that with you. Yeah? Well, I made Tiffany cry. Yeah, well, you're not funny. Yeah? Well, since we've been dating, you've gained 7 pounds. Come on. And we didn't stop. You know, in your relationship, you don't want to start a fight by saying something you should say? Fuck it, we were there. Man, we started, it was, I think my first salvo, the first thing I said to her was, she has cottage cheese thighs. Yes. Oh, yeah. She countered with the, hygiene, my pick my nose, my feet stink, and my penis is small, the classics. And then I went after her crackhead family, and then she tried to make fun of my mom, but I was like, so? And we were just dueling, man, and no one was winning, except one time she rattled me. She goes, you got a dynamite! dinosaur head. Nuh-uh. And we didn't stop. I'm talking this fight raged. Man, sleep 15 minutes, fight 4 hours. Sleep 15 minutes, fight 4 hours. It went on for days. It's like 4 or 5 days. None of us were smart enough to leave. We just kept fighting. Until we ran out of crap to say, started repeating herself. Dinosaur head, I got it, I heard you. I'm big-headed with a small penis, I got it. I know why I stayed. I was raised by anti-dad. I mean, I'm an insult Navy SEAL. But this woman took everything. I mean, this woman took the C word. I know. I was like, my God. She's perfect. We've been married 13 years. Yeah. We don't have a phone anymore, but I've purchased a real sturdy table. She's not gonna do that again. Yeah, you're not gonna do that again. That's why I make love. It's kind of weird. Probably need to get a book or something. She's amazing. My wife, Erin, my God, most amazing human being, most hyper-happy human. If you guys showed up at our house, before you hit the door, my wife would be on you. Oh, my God, can I get you soda? Do you want a sandwich? Can I get you a blanket? But because she's like that, it really made me, you know, get her urine tested a lot more frequently. Came back with Care Bear DNA. She's everything. If I'm sick, she makes me better. If I'm sad, she makes me happy. She's everything. Like a Swiss Army wife. She wants kids. I'm talking about kids. I want kids. I want kids. I want kids. I think I'd be a pretty good dad. No time out in my house. Come here. Here's a penny. Go play. Tell you what, man, raising kids, I'm not going to do what my father did, man. My God, my dad, on like a family trip, we had to sing every family trip. Like you had to sing. You could not sing. You were in trouble if you didn't sing. It was like some horrible Vietnam psychological torture in the bag. Dad's in the front seat keeping up with the song. And got a call from Dad a while back. Said, got some news about your mom. Ugh. And so, well, she's living in Missouri in a trailer, because I guess when you move to Missouri, they give you a trailer. I said, and? He said, well, she married another abusive guy, and had one of her episodes, took a Duraflame log, and put it through the local sheriff's front window. And I said, wow, that's another new one, huh, Dad? Because we keep a list by the phone. And the sheriff in the town knew my mom didn't put her in prison. He put her in this hospital. She had to go to like, some crazy therapy like every day for a year. And I said, and? He said, well, she started seeing her life different. I said, and? He said, well, she took responsibility for all the crap that had happened. I said, and? He said, she realized it was her, not us, that caused it. And I said, and? He said, she got out and she killed herself. And? Because I hadn't seen her in like 14 years, you know. Didn't really faze me. My dad goes, come on, Chris, don't be like that. I said, Dad, I'm right. And I hung up the phone. And I called him back and said, Dad, she take anybody else with her? He said, you know, that was my first question. And he hung up. And I didn't deal with it, you know. I said, I'm just going to take this pus-filled ball of pain, put it over here, wait 20 years, and cut out that piece of colon with the tumor in it. No big deal. But I had forgotten that your friends and relatives and people that truly love you can truly be a pain in the ass. Because nobody would let me forget this and move on. They're like, dude, man, you got to talk about it, man. It's your mom. Dude, back off. I'm cool. No, man, I'm not going to back off, man. You're tweaking. No, dude, I'm not tweaking. Back off. No, man, I'm going to say this, man. You are in denial. Look, dickhead, I am not and never have been in denial. No! Well, see, you feel a little better now, huh? And I didn't deal with it. And about 4 weeks after it happened, I was on this airplane to Lansing, Michigan to do some shows. And I'm on the plane, and the cuisine is being served from a wheeled metal cart like most great cuisine. And the stewardess put this tray in front of me, and it was this Thanksgiving turkey platter ensemble. And whatever part of your brain kicks off memories, when I smelled it, it kicked off every memory about my mom like at one time. It was like... In an airplane today, not a real good place to have a nervous breakdown. You know, I'm not worried they're going to think I have a bomb, but I don't want to scare the idiot actually carrying the bomb. So I flipped the tray up and I just ran into the airline bathroom, and don't do that because those walls are angled and you slam right into it. Now I'm lying on the floor in a fetal position and I'm crying. And I don't mean crying, I mean snot coming out my nose, booger bubbles bursting all over the place. And this is just about the time of the Unabomber, and the stewardesses are freaking, Mr. Titus, are you okay in there? Yeah!
I'd like some complimentary peanuts, please.
And I cried for almost an hour, 53 minutes. I was wearing a watch. And I got to tell you, I felt better. Like, it was weird. Like, I felt, okay, I need to do that. I felt better. And I walk out of the bathroom, but I don't want to talk to anybody. So I said, one guy on the plane, so, are you flying away from home or are you flying to home? Shut the fuck up or I poke you out with this plastic fucking spork. So I grab a Newsweek out of magazine stowage. And I sit in my seat and I'm just hiding behind this Newsweek, you know, and I'm not looking at it, I'm just flipping through it. I just don't want to talk. I'm just flipping through the Newsweek. And I stop on an article titled, Mental Illness. Genetic? I have an excuse. And the people who saw me go into the bathroom crying are now watching me in my seat hysterically laugh. The whole plane went for the call button at the same time. Bong! And the article said, if you have a history of mental illness in your family, there's a high probability between the ages of 18 and 35 it's going to happen to you. So I traced my family history. Check this out. In the 20s, I had Uncle back east killed 6 people. No one ever told me that shit at Christmas dinner. That's the story I want to know. My great-grandma was nuts. She screwed up grandma. My grandma on my mother's side was so insane, she tried to sleep with my father a week after my mom and dad got married. She screwed up mom. Mom was totally whacked. So after I read the article, I couldn't do anything, man. If I went to dinner with friends, I couldn't use the fork. Because I just thought I'm going to snap. We're in the middle of dinner, you know. How you guys doing? How's the baby going? Ah! And I couldn't figure it out. How come I'm not crazy? How come I'm not psychotic? I tried therapy. I went to 3 sessions. The therapist I was seeing actually had a famous case where he was treating 2 people who'd killed their parents. Yes, because when I go to see a therapist, I don't like to fuck around, you know. I don't want to see a guy, you know, who's treating an executive who's, you know, trying to deal with his fear of success. You know, I want to talk to a guy who's dealing with someone who put a 12-gauge to his father's throat. There you go. That's a therapist. And I went to see him, and I went to see him, and I told him all the stories I've told you guys tonight. And after every story, he would look at me and go, "Interesting, Christopher. What do you think? Good? Let that out? Tell me what you think. Good, excellent. That's healthy. What do you think? Okay, well, I'm paying you $150 an hour. I kind of want to know what the fuck you think. He said, well, you're dysfunctional. I said, okay, what's that? He goes, well, you don't quite function correctly. So I'm paying you $1.50 an hour to tell me I'm broken. I was angry. So our last session, I kicked him in the groin as hard as I could. Now you don't function correctly. No charge. And I walked out of that session realizing I was slowly becoming one of those people that goes around, walks through life, you know, just blaming his present on his past. Well, I have that one friend, when you sit around telling stories, will tell the same lame-ass, tired story why his life hasn't worked out. Yeah, man. I didn't get that good job. You know why? And I didn't go to a good college. You know why? I'll tell you why. Dude, don't tell me again. And I want you to know something, man. We all feel really bad that when you were in Troop 182, the Scoutmaster rubbed your butt at the overnight jamboree. But what are you, like 30 now? You got life on backwards. Come here, let me flip it. There, see? Now your past is behind you. What say you climb down off the cross, use the wood to build a bridge, and get over it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But I got friends that love their pain, man. I got friends that love their pain. Just stay behind the fan the whole time. You know, it's like, I'm comfortable here. I know what's going to happen. I think he still loves me. Dude, man, she spent the night, but she swore she didn't sleep with him. So to cover up that damage, we got to be normal, got to fit in, right? Got to buy the right albums, man. Got to buy the Britney or the Christina, man, whatever your pop sensibility is. Got to fit in, man. Got to buy the Linkin Park. Got to do it. Got to fit in, man. Got to buy the cell phone with the GPS, Bluetooth, and nuclear launch capability the size of a fucking dime. Got to do it because I got to be normal. No one's gonna know I'm jacked up, man. My cubicle at work's gonna look just like my boss's cubicle, except I'll have a picture of my wife in my cubicle. Of course, my boss has a picture of my wife in his cubicle. I find that odd. Screw normal. You know why? Because if you're normal, the crowd will accept you. But if you're deranged, the crowd will make you their leader. I can prove this. Martin Luther King. What did he say? All right, here's what's going to happen. They are going to come down. They are going to shoot us with fire hoses. They are going to beat us with sticks. I don't want anybody doing nothing. You just keep on marching. Is that the whole plan? Gandhi, the Muslims and the Hindus are killing each other. I am not going to eat until they stop. Swinging a big bat there, little guy. Hey, stop the war. Gandhi's tummies are rumbling. But it worked. It worked, man. So how come? How come mom's crazy and I'm not? Well, it's possible. If my mom could have got up every night in front of this many people, talked about all the crap in her life, and those people sat around and laughed with her, would have meant nothing, and she could have moved on cool. It's also possible she'd taken out the whole front row with a large caliber weapon. You don't know. She was like, woo! She was out there. But maybe, if the Napa State Mental Facility had an open mic night, things would have been different for Mom, you know. She'd have got her own TV show, and you'd read about me in the Inquirer as her heroin-addicted son. Oh, we can dream, you know. But whatever success I've had aside, this right here, I've been doing this since I was 18. For me, this right here is the difference between paycheck and medication at bed check. That's right. And don't get me wrong, hey, I want to hear your pain, for God's sakes. Just put it in joke form, that's all. Dysfunctional. I'm not dysfunctional. I'm evolving to the next level. Yeah, so people, be proud you're screwed up. Be proud of it. Don't get too proud like me. I got in an argument with the guy in a bar. I bet him $50 I was more dysfunctional than he was. And he raped me. So I tipped him. I am very competitive. And you normal people, listen up. Stuff's going to happen in your life. Bad things are going to happen that you're not used to, that has screwed up people that's happened already. And you're not going to know what to do. You're going to, oh my God, and you freak out. And if something bad happens in your life where you think your life sucks so bad, you need to take a gun like my mom did, put it to your head and pull the trigger. Before you do that, do me a favor. Take a minute, put the gun down, take a deep breath, and quit being a wussy! Yeah, hell yeah! 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 Okay, yeah! I know! Man! Can you believe I got fired from the suicide prevention hotline? My boss walked in, Titus, man, you gotta go. No, we haven't had any complaints, exactly. Oh, man. And you normal people, hook up with some screwed up people. Make us your friends. You need us. Who do you want taking your keys away at a party after you've been drinking all night? You want some normal guy, never had a drink before? Steve, are you okay? Can you drive? Should I get you some coffee? Do you want me to tickle you? Or do you want the guy with the 10-year chip from AA? Because when that guy asks for your keys, you're going to go, damn, I'm wasted. Oh, dude, you're the man. People say junkies have no place in our society. I say we spend some money, clean up some junkies, make them all go work for the Red Cross. You ever give blood to the Red Cross? Little paper-hatted trainee kid just sticking you full of holes. Golly gee, this is way harder than a deep fryer. How does this work? You get an ex-junkie in there, bap, bap, he's going to find a vein. Right. You're in, you're out, you got a sugar cookie, and you're happy. Los Angeles Times reported 63% of American families are now considered dysfunctional. Good. Because that means when Armageddon really happens, 37% of this population is going to lose their minds. Oh, God! The world is over! A 63%, we're going to go, hey, there's nobody watching the Lexus dealership. We're going to the apocalypse with leather and a CD player. You guys have been great. Thank you. Thanks a lot, UCLA!